Is this thing on? Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our 2018 Senior Day. Johns Hopkins players, I apologize in advance. This is going to be sappy. It might be long, so sit tight. We'll be with you in a minute, okay? All right. Can I ask the families of Barb and Lydia to come out onto the court, please?
Welcome to the Mazer Center. Today is Senior Day, the final season of the F&M Volleyball season. It's also a homecoming weekend. F&M is now going to honor its two seniors, Lydia Budd and Barbara Kapusta. Lydia comes from East Hampton, New York, out on Long Island, and Barbara comes from upstate New Jersey, West Nyack. You can see standing on the court right now are Lydia's parents. They're on the right side of the screen, and Barbara's parents on the left. Interestingly, both Lydia and Barbara are twins. Not to each other, obviously, but they both have twin sisters who are also college athletes. First is Barbara Kapusta.
I say that right? I just learned that yesterday. And she's taught me that time isn't real, it's just a social construct. She's taught me that arguing civilly with other people can be really fun, and I love chatting with Barb about NPR podcasts and Netflix documentaries. And some of my favorite Barb moments are on the court, but a lot of them are just chats that we've had outside of volleyball, and I'm always going to value that time that I've had to spend with her. Barb came in after practice the other night to study her own shot charts from the season thus far. The next day, I took a look at her shot charts and was able to see the product of the work that Barb has invested over the last 3 years. Not only can she hit anywhere, she's no longer just a big kid who hits line, she can score with any shot. It made me think about how far she's come as a player, and it's been wonderful to see her develop into a complete and confident player. I'm sorry, I'm not done yet. Barb, thank you for what you've done for this program. You're leaving at a better place than it was when you got here. And I'm going to miss debating with you every day, and I'm going to miss your intellectual curiosity. You've made me a much better coach. Thank you. Can I ask Lydia Budd, a.k.a.
And now Lydia Budd. Lydia is one of the co-captains this season and a true leader on this team.
with 0 upper body strength and a nice set of hands. She learned quickly that there was more to being a setter than having good hands. We spent a lot of time together setting medicine balls that season, remember? Medicine balls? And when she came back as a sophomore, she was much stronger and much faster. That season, she served primarily as the backup setter, and then one day at practice, 2 days before a conference match that we absolutely had to win in order to make playoffs, our starting setter got a concussion. And the look on Lydia's face when she realized what that meant for her was priceless. It was half, this is really exciting, and half, I'm going to throw up in my mouth. She came into the office the next day. We talked about game strategy, and we told her that she could lead our team to victory, and she did just that. One of my favorite moments from that match came late in the 5th set, and of course, that match went to 5 sets, because why not? And Chris told Lydia to serve to deep 5. We know where deep 5 is. I know that Lydia knows where that is. So instead, she served an ace that dribbled off the net into short 2, which is, for people who don't know volleyball, the exact opposite of where Chris told her to serve. So she looks right at Chris with a big smile on her face, even though her face was white as a ghost, and she goes, I totally meant to do that. And she sprinted back to the service line and kept serving. And for me, that moment pretty much sums up Lydia. Even though internally she was a nervous mess, externally she put on her bravest, happiest face and held it together, even managed a joke during a really tense moment. And Lydia has always been, for me, a glass half full person. Regardless of what life has thrown at her, whenever you ask her how she's doing, she's going to tell you what's going on, and she'll say, but you know what? It's all going to be fine. I can handle it. I'll make the best of it. Lydia has taught me a lot about what it means to be a supportive and selfless teammate. She is respected by her teammates because she treats people with kindness and empathy at all times. She puts the needs of the team before her own, and I think that one of the biggest keys to our success this season has been Lydia's play during practice. She's a master at mimicking other team setters, and when I think of the player that she was as a freshman, just a tiny kid who liked to set, and I compare her to who she is now, a strong, confident setter who has mastered the sliding on her knees to set in perfect tempo move. I'm so proud of the work that she's invested. Not done, just turning the page. She's done it to make the team better, and she, like Barb, is leaving this program a much better place. Thank you, Lydia, for your dedication and leadership over the past 4 years. It's been a joy to watch you grow as a player, and I will very much miss your relentless positivity and spirit. Thank you. And that's it. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Mazer Center for today's Centennial Conference volleyball game featuring the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays and the French Remarkable Diplomats. We'll be underway momentarily, but first, today's starting lineups. For the visiting Blue Jays, a senior libero, number 1, Esther Hong. A senior outside hitter, number 9, Michelle Apt. A sophomore outside hitter, number 10, Nicole Hata. A first-year middle blocker, number 12, Eleni Panagolopoulos. a sophomore outside hitter number 14, Simone Bliss, a junior outside hitter number 15, Louisa Kishton, and a first-year middle blocker number 16, Lauren Anthony. Johns Hopkins is coached by Jen Feldman. And now your Diplomats starting lineup. A first-year right side hitter number 1, Allison Frankie, a sophomore setter number 4, Grace Maggiore, a junior outside hitter number 9, Grace Polisano, a sophomore middle hitter number 10, Amy Mullen, a sophomore outside hitter number 12, Delaney Hahn, a sophomore middle hitter number 15, Casey Morrow, and a sophomore libero number 18, Carly Ostrowski. The Diplomats are coached by Mary Kate Salco. She's assisted by Chris Salco and Steve Colson. Fans, at this time we ask that you please rise and join us in honoring America with the playing of the national anthem.
Okay, welcome to the Mazer Center for this conference match between F&M and Johns Hopkins. Coming into the play today, F&M sits atop the league standings with a 9-0 record. Hopkins is in second place with an 8-1 record. The winner of today's match will become the regular season hosts, or champions, if you will, and hosts for the conference playoffs, which start next week. On Wednesday, the 4th and 5th seeds will play in a quarterfinal match. And then on Saturday, there will be 2 semifinal matches at the host playing site with the championship match on Sunday. Hopkins and F&M come into the match today, both ranked regionally in the Mid-Atlantic region. F&M is ranked 5th. I believe Hopkins is ranked either 6th or 7th. Hopkins will be serving first on the right side of your screen. Louisa Kishton serving first. Polisano with a pass. Amy Mullen's ball is dug up. Bliss dug up by Ostrowski. Frankie pushed over by Apt. Nice up by Hong. Bliss again. Delaney Hahn. Polisano with the kill on the tip. Grace Polisano. And it's 1-0 F&M. Grace Maggiore with the dig. Frankie sends it over. Bliss under the net. Gives the point to F&M. It's 2-0 in the early going. Hong with the pass, tight, and the attempted dump by Hada is blocked by Polisano. 3-0 F&M. Service error. Gives the ball back to Hopkins. It's 3-1 F&M. Entering the serve now is, can't make out the number, sorry about that. That's Nicole Hada. No, it's not Nicole Hada. Hada sets it up for Apt, and she hits off the block of Polisano to make it 3-2 F&M. This looks like Morgan Wu who's serving. Morgan is a sophomore from San Jose. Polisano with the pass. Frankie. Allison Frankie with the big swing. And she'll go back to serve. It's 4-2 F&M. Possibly the two leading candidates for conference MVP are playing today. Louisa Kishton for Hopkins, Grace Maggiore for F&M. Allison Frankie certainly in the running for freshman of the year in the conference. Apt, dug up by Frankie. Polisano. Grace Polisano finds the end line. And it's 5-2 F&M. Tight pass, and Polisano's there to put it away. Allison Frankie enabling that with a tough serve. We'll give a shout out to Allison's dad, Bill, who's traveling in Asia today, but I know he's up in the middle of the night watching this broadcast, so hope all is well, Bill. Tough serve, nice pass by Kishton. Bliss, pushed back by Marlon Maggiore. Panagopoulos swings wide. And it's 7-2 F&M. Nice pass, Kishton. Bliss with the rocket. Michelle Apt, back to serve. Michelle from Vienna, Virginia. Big heavy topspin, overpassed, and Panagopoulos puts it away. Panagopoulos from North Potomac, Maryland. Apt to serve again. Carly Bazo in replacing Frankie in the back row at 7-4 F&M. Nice pass to Laney Hahn. Polisano. Bliss. Nice dig to Laney Hahn. Bazo's going to send it over. Hong has that. Bliss again. Simona Bliss. Bringing some fire at 7-5 F&M. Add again. That goes wide. 8-5 F&M. Grace Polisano to serve. Barbara Kapustin into the front row. Panagopoulos scores. Sarah Kahn checks in for Bliss to serve. Kahn, a freshman from Clinton, New Jersey. I believe she was a club teammate of Chloe Kong on F&M. Service error gives the ball back to F&M. It's 9-6, Franklin and Marshall. Kirsten. Nine-7 F&M. Nice up, Carly Bazzo. Kapustin tips, covered by Hong. Hitting error by Kirsten. Gives the ball back to F&M. It's 10-7. Anthony ball dug up by Maggiore. Frankie. It's cross court, but it's wide. 10-8 Franklin and Marshall. Big serve. Ball gets caught up in the rafters. Give the service ace to Esther Hong. Hong is a sophomore from Toluca Lake in California. 10-9. Hopkins always has been a big serving team, and this year's no exception. Balsano. Mullen wipes it off the block of Apt. Nicely done, Amy Mullen. And it's 11-9 F&M. Delaney Hahn checks in. Delaney from Hillsborough, North Carolina. Kirsten. Bad communication between the F&M defense, and the point goes to Hopkins and the kill goes to Kirsten. 11-10 F&M. Kirsten to serve. Nice pass Ostrowski. Mullen on the shoot set or 31 set turns it a little too much and hits it into the net, and we're tied at 11. Tough serve. Maggiore punches it over. Apt with a big swing, and Hopkins has his first lead at 12-11. Took by Mullen. Freed over by Apt. Frankie, blocked. Polisano tries to roll it over, but is short, and Hopkins now leads 13-11. Nice pass to Ostrowski. Maggiore. Bliss. It's wide. (13-12). Hopkins leads by 1. Amy Mullen to serve. Amy, a sophomore from Ridgewood, New Jersey. Tight set. And tight pass, I should say. And Hong is unable to do anything with it. Give the service ace to Amy Mullen. And we're tied at 13. Bliss with the pass. Back set to Apt is blocked by Polisano. Apt again, blocked again. Bliss. Frankie. Apt is going to get a swing. And she hits wide. Nice blocking by Grace Polisano. Gave F&M the upper hand on that exchange. And F&M retakes the lead at 14-13. Sail goes long, serve sails long by Mullen, and we're tied at 14. Carly Ostrowski re-enters, I should say. Morgan Wu checks back in to serve. That sails long. F&M up 15-14. Allison Frankie to serve. Tough serve, and she gets it in the seam between Kishton and Bliss. And service ace for Allison Frankie, and F&M leads 16-14. Bliss with the pass. Apt's going to get a right side swing. Delaney Hahn has that. Polisano with a tip. Nice cover by Hong, but Hopkins unable to establish control. And it's 17-14, and Hopkins is going to take a timeout. We have a lot of leaders within the conference here playing today. In kills per set, Simone Bliss and Louisa Kushton stand second and third in the conference, while Allison Frankie for F&M is ninth. In total kills, Bliss leads the conference, Frankie is fourth, and Kishton is seventh. Hitting percentage, Casey Morrow for F&M stands third in the conference, followed by three Hopkins hitters, Anthony, Panagopoulos, and Bliss. Allison Frankie stands ninth, and Kishton is 10th. Grace Maggiore is third in the conference in assists, while Nicole Hada, the Hopkins hitter, is fourth. Kishton is seventh in digs per set at 379, and Carla Ostrowski is ninth overall in total digs with 320. Service aces. Maggiore and Kishton are at the top of the conference. Maggiore first, Kishton second, and with Hada and Apt, both of whom have the big heavy topspin jump serves, standing 6th and 7th. As we mentioned, F&M 9-0 so far in the conference. Hopkins 8-1. Winner of this match is the host for next weekend's playoffs. 17-14. Allison Frankie serving. Nice pass by Bliss. She's going to get a swing. And she delivers yet another rocket. 17-15. Michelle Apt back to serve. She had an acer last time. Nice pass, Carly Vazo. Morrow. Hong's got her tip. Panagopoulos dug up by Ostrowski. Polisano's ball's dug up by Kishton, and Bliss with the sharp angle cross-court swing makes it 17-16. Apt again. That goes long. 18-16 F&M. Grace Polisano. Grace from Ambro, PA, Germantown Academy. Bliss hits long. (1916) F&M. Hong sets up Bliss again. This time she tools the block. Sarah Kahn returns. Nice pass, Carly Bozzo. And Barbara Capucin with the power tip. Scores for F&M. And it's 2017, Franklin and Marshall. Carly Ostrowski to serve. Amy Mullen returns to the front row. Tough serve. Kiston's going to have to put up. Panagopoulos pushes it over. Mullen. Timing was off on that. And on the backslide, Anthony scores. And it's 2018, Franklin and Marshall. Eleni Panagopoulos back to serve. 6'2" freshman from Wooten High School in North Potomac, Maryland. And Grace Maggiore on 2. Picks an apt time to try to score and does so. It's 21-18, Franklin and Marshall. Grace will be serving. As I mentioned, I think Grace and Kishton from Hopkins have been probably the two outstanding players in the conference this year. Ostrowski. And Capucin blocked. And it's now 21-19. Nicole Hada back to serve. Apt back into the front row. And that ball was out of here. 22-19 F&M. Delaney Hahn serving. Grace Palisano to the front row. Okay. Two teams exchange kind of wild service errors, and it's 22-20. Kiston serving. Nice pass, Ostrowski. Frankie. Allison Frankie with the big swing. Great set by Grace Maggiore. Great pass by Carly Ostrowski. And Hopkins is going to take its second timeout. F&M leads 23-20. The 5 teams that are going to qualify for playoffs have already been determined going into play today. F&M and Hopkins will finish 1-2 or 2-1 depending on the outcome of today's match. And then 3 through 5 will be some combination of McDaniel, Swarthmore, and Muhlenberg. Those final standings will be determined by what happens today. The other 2 key matches in the conference today are Muhlenberg playing at Washington and Haverford at Swarthmore. If Washington and Swarthmore both win those matches, they would finish in a 3-way tie with McDaniel for 3rd place, and through a rather complicated and arcane tie-breaking system, it'll be decided who finishes 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I believe if that happens, I think that it might be Muhlenberg who ends up 3rd. and Swarthmore 4 and McDaniel 5. But I'm not quite sure about that. But that's of no concern. This is the match that decides who gets to host the conference playoffs. F&M serving 23-20. Chloe Kong checks in. Bliss with a tight pass. Back row setter. Back row setter. Referee assuring everybody that he saw it. And yeah, Hong is in the back row, and so she went up and played that ball above the net off the block, and that is considered an illegal back row attack. And service ace by Chloe Kong gives F&M set number 1, 25-20. Kong's serve, just the bottom just dropped out of it on the way over the net, and F&M wins set number 1, 25-20 in this quest to win the regular season championship and be host for conference playoffs next weekend. All right, getting ready to start set number 2. F&M takes the first set, 25-20. F&M will be on the right side of your screen in the white jerseys, and Hopkins on the left with the black jerseys with Columbia trim. All right, Delaney Hahn will start it off for F&M. And on the first swing, Kishton gets it through the block. And it's 1-0 Hopkins. Simone Bliss checks in. Kishton goes back to serve. Nice up by Kishton. App's ball dug up by Maggiore. Paulsano. Amy Mullen. Bliss is going to get a swing. She's blocked. Apt. Ostrowski's there. Frankie. Kishton controls that. Bliss on the cross-court angle scores 2-0 for Hopkins. Paulsano dug up by Maggiore on the ball that comes over. Frankie. Kishton keeps that in play. Anthony dug up by Maggiore. Ostrowski sets up Paulsano. Kishton has that. Bliss again. This time she hits long. 2-1 Hopkins. Amy Mullen to serve for F&M. Nice pass, Kishton. Anthony, big swing, Anthony. Anthony from Edmond, Oklahoma. Six-foot freshman. Morgan Wu in for Hopkins to serve. Wu, a 5'11" sophomore from San Jose. Tough serve, nice up by Hahn. And gives a kill to Allison Frankie. Ball was rattling around the rafters for a while, and Hopkins just wasn't able to get control of it. 3-2 Hopkins. Allison Frankie to serve. Bliss with the pass. Apt. Just rolls it over the block. And it's 4-2 Hopkins. Apt to serve. Senior from Vienna, Virginia. Ostrowski with a pass. Punched over by Maggiore. Bliss. Bliss again with the cross-court power. 5-2 Hopkins. Apt. Ball catches the end line. Service ace for Apt. This happens with those heavy topspin serves. So the passer's eyes tell them that the ball going deep, but the topspin just pulls it back into the court. 6-2 Hopkins. Ostrowski with a nice pass. Maggiore goes on two. Grace Maggiore knows when to bail her team out. 6-3 Hopkins. Nice pass, Kishton. And Bliss again. with the cross-court thunder. And it's 7-3 Hopkins. She'll leave. Kahn will check in. Nice pass, Bazo. Casey Morrow going off 1 foot, scores, and it's 7-4. Morrow will leave. Ostrowski will serve in her spot. Amy Mullen will check into the front row for F&M. 7-4 Hopkins. F&M won the first set 25-20. The ball's way out of here. 8-4 Hopkins. Panagopoulos, tough serve. Nice pass, Polisano. Kapustin. And Kapustin kind of whiffs at it, but it works in her advantage as the ball falls in front of the deep defender in middle back, and it's 8-5 F&M trailing. Grace Maggiore to serve. Allison Frankie into the front row. Kahn sets it up for Kishton. Polisano's there. Frankie. Allison Frankie hits up the line and scores for F&M. Adds to her team leading kill total. 8-6 Hopkins. Tough serve. Nice pass by Kahn. Kishton blocked. Anthony blocked, but it falls on F&M's side. And it's 9-6 Hopkins. Nicole Hata serving. Nicole is from Hawaii. Miliani. Service ace. Makes it 10-6. And F&M's going to have to take a timeout, as Hopkins has ramped up its service game here in set number 2, and it's taken a 10-6 lead. All right, 10-6 F&M. Or Hopkins, excuse me. Nicole Hata serving. She just served an ace, which forced F&M to take a timeout. Nice pass, Kapustin off a tough serve. Kapustin dug up by Hata. And on the joust, Anthony pushes the ball to the right side of the court, and F&M's unable to control it. It's now 11-6. Another service ace for Hata. 12-6. 3 aces so far by Hopkins in this set. 2 by Hata, 1 by Apt. That goes long, but any coach will trade 2 aces for an error, and Ahada delivered those 2 aces. It's 12-7. F&M trailing, Delaney Hahn serving. Kiston dug up by Delaney Hahn. Hahn's ball dug up by Kahn. Kiston dug up nicely by Ostrowski. Polisano blocked but dug by Hahn. And Frankie hits wide. And it's 13-7 Hopkins. Kiston to serve. Simone Bliss checks in. Bliss had a strong rotation the last time she was in here in the second set. Ostrowski with the pass. Mullen. Amy Mullen scores. Nice pass by Ostrowski and set by Maggiore. And it's 13-8. Hopkins. F&M won set number 1, 25-20. Nice pass by Hahn. App's ball is dug up by Maggiore. Frankie. Kiston is there. Anthony. Hahn. Pushed over by Frankie. Bliss. Nice dig by Hahn. Polisano rips it through the block. 13-9. Good rally on both sides. Good defense by F&M. Most notably Delaney Hahn and Grace Maggiore. Bliss. Amy Mullins there. Frankie. Kiston's got that. Bliss again. Dug up by Hahn. Apt. Is blocked by Morrow. Out of the back row is Mullen. Bliss again. Dug up by Hahn, but Polisano has to cross the center line in order to handle it outside the end sideline, and that's, can't do that. 14-9. Hopkins. Hopkins flashing the great talent level I have on their team. Panagopoulos serving. Casey Morrow dug over by Panagopoulos. Bliss. Delaney Hahn's there. Frankie off of Bliss. Bliss again. It's into the net. And it's 14-10. F&M hanging in. Allison Frankie serving. Sails just long. (15-10) Hopkins. Michelle Apt back to serve. Apt, one of 3 seniors on the Hopkins team. Nice up, Carly Bozzo. Hahn dug up nicely by Kiston. Slide set. Panagopoulos. Bozzo with the dig on the overpass. Morrow blocked. Covers her own swing. Nice scramble defense. But Hada goes on 2 and scores for Hopkins, and it's 16-10. Good decision by Hada. F&M was all scrambled. They weren't able to get back to their base defense before she tipped it over. Nice pass, Carly Ostrowski off the big serve from Apt. Kiston with the dig. Tight set. And we have a net violation on Bliss, as that ball was too tight, and in her effort to keep it alive, she crossed the center line. Grace Polisano back to serve. Barbara Kapustin to the front row. Polisano with the dig off of Bliss. Mazur dumps it. Panagopoulos dug up by Ostrowski. Kapustin. Bliss. Bliss keeps hitting that angle shot and F&M's not covering it. 17-11. Bliss is going to serve. Kisten moves into the front row. Pass by Polisano. Kapustin. Big swing by Kapustin. And it's 17-12 Hopkins. Kiston's swing goes long, and it's 17-13 F&M. Carly Ostrowski serving again. Nice pass. Kiston again. Yeah. She's not going to make 2 errors in a row, that's for sure. 18-13 F&M, trailing Hopkins. Nice pass, Grace Polisano. Kapustin, Barbara Kapustin with a rocket up the line. 18-14. Considerable number of F&M Volleyball alumni across the way. It's homecoming weekend. Nice to see so many of them here today. Kiston very smartly rolls the ball up the line. 19-14. Polisano with the pass. Kapustin off the block. Khan is there. And Anthony on the quick set scores, and it's now 20-14 Hopkins, and F&M takes its second timeout. All right, 2014 Hopkins. F&M won the first set 25-20. Hopkins making a strong bid to tie the match at a set apiece. Serving Nicole Hada. Tough serve, nice pass, Barbara Kapustin. And Kapustin having a strong rotation here. That's her third kill just in this rotation. She checks out, though, and Delaney Hahn comes in. Grace Paul Santa moves to the front row. Delaney Hahn serving. Kirsten with a nice pass. Anthony. Hahn digs it up. Ostrowski keeps it alive. Apt. Big swing. Bliss returns. Kirsten back to serve. Allison Frankie with the sharp angle swing. Nicely done. And it's 21-16 Hopkins. Amy Mullen serving. Nice pass. And Apt manages to bang it off the block. 22-16. Panagopoulos returns to the front row. Wu in to replace Anthony. Paulsano blocked by Apt and Panagopoulos. 23-16. Hopkins 2 points away from evening the match. And Delaney Hahn gets killed off the overpass that Hopkins is unable to get control of. 23-17. Allison Frankie will serve. Nice pass by Bliss. She'll get a swing. And she gets that angle again, this time off the block touch. And we're at set point for Hopkins. 24-17. Michelle Apt with the big topspin jump serve. That goes long. 24-18. Kapustin checks back. Grace Paul Santa will serve. And Bliss puts it away. Hopkins takes set number 2, 25-18. F&M won the first set, 25-20. We're tied at 1 apiece. We'll be back. All right, we're tied at a set apiece. All right, Louisa Kishton will be serving on the right side of your screen for Hopkins. F&M receiving on the left. Passed up by Ostrowski. And a ball handling error called on F&M. Kishton again. Nice pass, Ostrowski. Allison Frankie off the block of Bliss. Passed up by Hung. App's going to get a swing. She's blocked. Bliss has got that. Bliss. That's yours there. Paulsano's going to get a swing. Great dig by Kishton. Apt. Kept alive by Maggiore. No ball handling error called on Hopkins. 2-1 Franklin and Marshall. These two teams probably play the fastest pace tempo volleyball in the conference, and sometimes that leads to ball handling errors because everything's happening so quickly. Nice pass, Kishton. Bliss, Paulsano's there. Kishton again. Morrow. Bliss. It's wide. 3-1 F&M. You know, I've said nice pass by Kishton many times today, and there's a reason for it. She's just a terrific passer and defender. 3-1 F&M. And service ace by Amy Mullen, and it's 4-1. Michaela LaRue checks in for Hopkins. LaRue gets a swing where it goes into the net. 5-1 Franklin and Marshall. Passed up nicely by Bliss. She's going to get a swing. Ball handling error, though, called on Hopkins, and it's 6-1 Franklin and Marshall. Rue. Mullins got that. Paulsano with the tip. Covered nicely by Hong. Bliss blocked. Nice cover by Paulsano, but then F&M can't get control. 6-2 F&M. Anthony back to serve. Apt returns for LaRue. Panagopoulos to the front row. Service ace for Anthony. 6-3. Nice tight pass. Casey Morrow's there, and I'm not sure how that ball got over the net, but it did. I can't say enough of what a great set and save that was by Grace Maggiore. Bliss blocked. Panagopoulos scores on the quick. And it's 7-4 F&M. Apt to serve. She's had a couple of aces with the big topspin jump serve. Tough ball. Nice pass to Ostrowski. Morrow. Kiston kept it alive. Nice read by Kiston. Give the kill to Panagopoulos. 7-5. Hopkins with two excellent freshman middle hitters in Panagopoulos and Anthony. Apt again. Hahn. Bliss. Gives the kill to Simone Bliss. 7-6 F&M. Service error. Ball goes back to F&M. It's 8-6. And timing is off between Hada and Panagopoulos. Give the point to Franklin and Marshall. It's 9-6. Polisano serving again. We have as large a crowd as I've ever seen here for a volleyball match. Kiston's going to set up for Bliss, and F&M can't get a hold of it. It's unfortunate. 9-7. F&M. Kapustin dug up by Panagopoulos. Kiston blocked but covered. Ostrowski with a nice dig off of Panagopoulos. And Polisano hits long. Makes it 9-8. And Kapustin banks off the block of Panagopoulos. 10-8 F&M. Hopkins putting their setter in the middle right now to get the bigger block outside on Kapustin. That time it did not pay off. 10-8 Franklin and Marshall. Kiston with a pass. She'll get a swing. And she cashes in. Kiston's the kind of player where the game seems to be going too fast for everybody else but her. Panagopoulos serving. Nice pass, Polisano. Kapustin. Barbara Kapustin. (11-9) Franklin and Marshall. Anthony. Polisano's there. And Allison Frankie hits it off the block of Kishton and Anthony. And it's 12-9 Franklin and Marshall. Hada up front with Kishton and Anthony. Ooh, service just throws long. That was close. 12-10. Apt up front now with Kishton and Anthony, and Hada serving. And she serves long. That's a big break for F&M, as Hada has been hot with her serve at times. 13-10 Franklin and Marshall. It's a good rotation for Hopkins with Kishton, Apt, and Anthony up front. Hahn, nice pass by Khan. Kishton, kept alive. Quick attack by Anthony, though. Scores. And it's 13-11 F&M. Kishton back to serve. That means that Bliss is back, in a manner of speaking. Kishton, tough serve, nice pass to Ostrowski. Hada digs up Frankie. Apt. Nice dig Ostrowski, but F&M cannot get control. 13-12. Ostrowski again. Frankie. Allison Frankie. Not even the excellent defense from Kishton could keep that ball in play. (14-12) F&M. Amy Mullen. Kishton's going to set up for Bliss, and she is blocked by Casey Morrow. All Bliss could do is to try to roll it over, and Morrow was all over it. 15-12 Franklin and Marshall. Mullen again. Tough serve. Kept alive. Frankie, dug up by Hada. Bliss, dug up nicely by Hahn. Polisano blocked out of bounds off the block of Apt and Anthony. F&M now leads 16-12, and Hopkins is going to have to take a timeout. We're tied at a set apiece. F&M took the first set 25-20. Hopkins set number 2, 25-18, and it looks like we're on a little bit of a seesaw right now, as F&M now has rebounded from the second set to take a 16-12 lead here in the third set. No mistaking, though, that Hopkins is an extremely talented, loaded team, so F&M is going to have to keep playing as sharply as they've been playing here so far in this third set if they're going to prevail today. Again, whoever wins this match today gets to host the conference playoffs next weekend. Semifinals on Saturday, championship match on Sunday, and an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Both F&M and Hopkins are ranked regionally in the top 10, which is a good omen for possible postseason consideration. Juniat is the top-ranked team. Christopher Newport from Newport News, Virginia, is ranked second. Marymount from the D.C. area and Arlington is ranked third. Carnegie Mellon from Pittsburgh, fourth. F&M 5. And then Hopkins and Muhlenberg, two other Centennial Conference teams, are in the 6 through 10 range, along with Eastern College and Radnor, PA. Okay, 16-12, Mullen. Tough serve, overpass. Polisano pushes it back for the kill. Nicely done, Grace Polisano. She didn't try to do anything more with that than push it straight down. And that was good enough for the point. A lot of times hitters will take a big swing at those kinds of balls and make an error. 17-12. Mullen. Kiston to Bliss, and we got a touch call. Bliss just generates a lot of power on her swing. 17-13. Anthony to serve. She had an ace last time. Nice pass, Delaney Hahn. Push by Frankie, covered by Kiston. Back set to Apt. Polisano gets a good touch. She tips Hada, but a net violation on number 9, Apt. Gives the ball back to F&M. It's 18-13. Franklin and Marshall. Frankie to serve. Kiston with another good pass. Bliss. The set pulled her way outside the antenna, and trying to hit the real sharp angle, just wasn't able to clear, and it's 19-13 F&M. Kiston again. Apt. Frankie's there. Grace Major with a good idea. Try to dump it, but dumped it into the net. 19-14. Apt back to serve. F&M's going to have to deal with her big jump serve. And she gets an ace. 19-15. Ball center by F&M. Quick attack, covered again. Panagopoulos. Bazo's there, it's up on the rafters. (19-16). Hopkins on a 3-point run now, getting their way back into it. Apt's serve causing problems. An ace and forced a free ball on the second one. Bazo, another free ball coming. Bliss. F&M's going to have to take a timeout for no other reason than to try to slow down Apt, who has ripped off 3 essentially point-producing serves, an ace and 2 serves that forced free balls that Hopkins was able to cash in on pretty easily. 19-17 here in set number 3. We're tied at a set apiece. All right, getting ready to resume set number 3. Mentioned there are a number of volleyball alumni over in the stands. I can see with my blurry vision Paris Zambas, who graduated from a few years ago here, along with her classmate Sarah Landry. Also Shay Murphy and Cassie Garrison, who just graduated this past spring in 2018. So shout out to all 4 of them. Apt back to serve again. Tough serve, Bazo kept alive. And F&M can't get it back, though, as the ball gets up on the rafters once again. Another ace for Apt. And it's now 19-18. Charlotte Watson's going to enter for F&M. And a service error breaks the run for Apt, and it's 20-18 F&M. Polisano will serve. Barbara Kapustin into the front row. Bliss, excuse me. Bliss having a big match for Hopkins. 2019. She checks out. Sarah Kahn replaces her in the back row. Louisa Kishton to the front row. Sent over by Ostrowski. Kishton off the block. We're tied at 20. It was 19-13. F&M on a 7-1 run now has got it back to 20 all. Ostrowski with a pass. Kapustin. Dug up nicely. Net violation on Panagopoulos. Ball set a little too tight. She took a big swing anyway, and she was in the net. 21-20, Franklin and Marshall. Carly Ostrowski serving. Amy Mullen into the front row. That's a ball handling error on Hopkins. Third one called this set. It's 22-20, and I think we're going to get a timeout from Hopkins, and we are. F&M with a 22-20 lead. They were up 19-13. Hopkins went on a 7-1 run, fueled mostly by the serving of Michelle Apton and the hitting of Simone Bliss. F&M, though, has now scored the last 2 points to retake the lead at 22-20. We're tied at a set apiece. (22-20) Franklin and Marshall. They'll be serving on the left side of your screen. Carly Ostrowski. Carly, a sophomore from Villa Maria Academy in Malvern, PA. Kishton. That ball might have been going out. Panagopoulos. She gets the kill. (22-21). Panagopoulos to serve. Anthony back to the front row. Service error. 23-21, F&M. Grace Maggiore to serve. Allison Frankie back to the front row. F&M with its two big guns in the front row now, and Kapustin and Frankie. Kishton and Anthony. And a service ace from Grace Maggiore, who leads the conference in service aces and picks a great time to come up with another one. And it's 24-21, Franklin and Marshall. Set point. That ball hits the tape and comes back to the F&M side. Almost crawled over for a set point, but it didn't. And now Hada to serve, excuse me, and she's another big booming jump server for Hopkins. Strosky with a good pass. Kapustin, she's blocked. Kept alive, but not controlled. And Hopkins back to within one at 24-23. Apt with the kill. And F&M's going to take a timeout to try to slow down Hada and her jump serve. F&M with another set point here at 24-23. They've let two slip away so far. Nicole Hada serving again. Again, she with a big jump serve. It's been difficult for F&M to handle all day. Nice pass by Polisano. Frankie, block touch. Apt with nobody up on the block. We're tied at 24. Polisano, good pass. Amy Mullen gets the ball down. Nicely done, Amy Mullen. Set point again for F&M at 25-24. Great set by Grace Maggiore. Delaney Hahn to serve. Polisano moves to the front row. Look for the F&M to try to serve away from Kishton, I would imagine. And Delaney Hahn dials up the ace to take set number 3 for F&M, 26-24. She got it deep in the seam between Hong and Bliss, and they both backed away. It looked like it was going to stay long, but the floater, the bottom, dropped out just as the ball was getting to the end line, and F&M now leads 2-1, having won set number 3, 26-24. They also won the first set, 25-20. Hopkins took set number 2, 25-18. We'll be back for set number 4. All right, F&M up 2-1 here in the match today. As we mentioned, the winner of today's match will host the conference playoffs next weekend, and I'm sure that being able to do so means a lot to both of these teams. And the level of play has just been terrific here. The F&M sort of the underdog, even though they're in first place. The Hopkins was the preseason choice to win the conference. F&M was only picked fourth. So the fact that they are sitting in first place going into this final match points to how much they've overachieved this year and exceeded expectations, and the great coaching job that's been done by coaches Salko, and Colson. Delaney Hahn to serve first for F&M. Bliss hits off the block. Ostrowski, they can't control the pass. Give the service ace to Anthony. That's her second. Service error, though, gives the ball back to F&M. Amy Mullen to serve. Hong checks in for Hopkins. Mullen serve goes long. 3-1 Hopkins. All right, after serve, she's the one who served Hopkins back into that third set. Great up by Delaney Hahn. Frankie's ball dug up. Bliss, nice dig by Ostrowski. Paulsano, Kiston's there. Back set to Panagopoulos, and she hits wide. Allison Frankie to serve. Hong with a good pass, tight set. Bliss avoids getting the net. Panagopoulos pushes it over. Bliss again. She is just so quick to the ball that the block doesn't have much chance to form. She'll will check out. Sarah Khan will come in to replace her. Carly Bazzo into the lineup for F&M. Short serve, Bazzo's there. Morrow off the block, scores. Casey Morrow, who has had a tremendous season for F&M, third in the conference in hitting percentage. And has been a real clutch hitter when the team has needed it all season. Grace Paulsano to serve. F&M's down 4-3. Hong with a nice pass. Kiston's going to get a swing. She's blocked. Kiston again. This time gets it through the block, but F&M's going to be called for a lift. Trying to pick the ball up off the block touch. 5-3 Hopkins. All right. Entering for the first time is Sasha Gorelick, a senior middle from Los Angeles. Gorelick's had some injury problems over her career. She was a terrific player as an underclassman. Overpass. And ball handler calling F&M. And it's 6-3 Hopkins. Service error. Mid 6-4. Hong checks back into the back row. Carly Ostrowski back to serve. Hada sets it up for Kishton. Yeah, she was kept alive out of the rafters. The ball comes across outside the antenna. Nice swing by Kishton because that was a difficult ball, and she got it into the deep corner, which is where you go when things are in trouble. A lot of players just can't figure that kind of stuff out, but she has. Nice pass by Ostrowski. And Kapusin blocked straight down by Apt and Anthony. And it's 8-4 Hopkins. So far, set 2 and set 4 is following the same pattern as set 2. Tough serve, nice pass Bazo. Polisano, Kahn's got that. Anthony. Hopkins does a great job of running their middles into the gap on their quick attacks. And F&M's middle hitters are not picking that up, and they're not sliding over to stay with the hitter. They're basically marking the setter instead of the hitter, and they gotta figure that out. It's 9-4 Hopkins in set number 4. F&M leads 2 sets to. Nine-4 Hopkins. Nicole Hada serving. Nice pass by Bazo. Polisano dug up by Kahn. Kishton again. Kishton. Hada again. That one sails away long. 10-5. Grace Major back to serve for F&M. Allison Frankie returns to the front row. Nice pass by Kahn. Anthony dug by Major. Frankie's going to get a swing. Kahn's there again. It's a tight ball though. Mullen. And the block by Kapusin and Mullen on the joust attempt by Kishton. And it's 10-6 Franklin and Marshall. Trailing, excuse me. Hopkins up 10-6. Grace Major again. Kahn with a good pass. Anthony hits into the net. 10-7. Free ball. Frankie. It's wide. (11-7). Booston dug up by and Anthony just pushes it over, and F&M just caught flat-footed. Both Ostrowski and Polisano just didn't make a quick move into the ball, and it drops 12-7. Nice pass, Polisano. Frankie dug up nicely by Kishton. Bliss's ball goes into the net. And it's 12-8. Hopkins. Delaney Hahn going to serve for F&M. Grace Polisano moves to the front row. Bliss with a nice pass. Apt with a sharp cross-court swing. Scores for Hopkins. And it's 13-8. Hopkins. Anthony to serve. She's picked up a couple aces today, including one on her last turn. And we're going to give her another one just because F&M cannot control that serve. 14-8, Hopkins. Polisano with the pass. She'll get a swing off the block. Kept alive nicely by Bliss and Panagopoulos. Frankie. Mullen. Amy Mullen pushes it around. F&M trying to scrap and stay in at 14-9. They lead 2-1. Amy Mullen serving. Kiston's there. Bliss again. Hits off the block. 15-9. When Hopkins is passing the ball effectively, they're a really tough team to hang with because they have so many weapons and terminators in their lineup. 15-9. Hopkins. Apt. Polisano with a good pass. Morrow. And Panagopoulos, the roll shot, catches F&M out of position. 16-9. Service error by Apt. 16-10. Franklin and Marshall trailing. They lead 2-1. Allison Frankie to serve. Grace Maggiore moves to the front row. Tough serve. Overpassed. Polisano pushes it down. Dug up by Panagopoulos. Bliss on the out-of-system swing hits into the net. 16-11. Hopkins still leads. Polisano blocked out of bounds. Frankie's tough serve forced a little roll shot from Bliss, and F&M was able to cash in on the swing by Polisano. 16-12, F&M on a 3-point run. Kiston with a perfect pass. Panagopoulos, though, is blocked. Blocked by Casey Morrow and Grace Maggiore. 4-point run by F&M, and it's now 16-13. Tough serve. And that ball's not going to make it over. Allison Frankie serving. Creating opportunities now for F&M. And they were down 16-9. It's now 16-14. 5-0 service run. Enabled substantially by the serving of Allison Frankie. F&M on a 5-0 run now has gotten back into this. They were down 16-9. The score is now 16-14. Allison Frankie serving tough, making it difficult for Hopkins to get into their offense. Nice dig by Carly Ostrowski. And Bliss hits long. 16-15, Franklin Marshall. Carly Ostrowski's dig on that big cross-court swing by Bliss made things happen. (16-15). Allison Frankie to serve again. Tough serve. That's Shank out of bounds. Service ace. Allison Frankie, that's her second in this run, and F&M on a 7-point run. Looks like they were buried in the set at 16-9. It's now tied at 16. Ball handling error by Hopkins, and F&M has taken a 17-16 lead. Eight-point run by F&M. F&M trying to keep the ball away from Kiston, that's for sure. That ball goes long. Great run by Allison Frankie. We're tied at 17. Sarah Kahn in for Hopkins. Kiston moves to the front row. Ostrowski with a good pass. Paulsano. Grace Paulsano with some thunder. And it's 18-17. Morgan Wu will check in for Apt. 18-17, Franklin Marshall. Grace Paulsano to serve. Barbara Kapusin moves into the front row. Nice pass by Kahn. Kiston. We're tied at 18. Morrow and Kapusin up front with setter Grace Maggiore. Service ace by Sasha Gorelick. And Hopkins retakes a 19-18 lead. Service error, though, gives it back to F&M. We're tied at 19. Carly Ostrowski to serve. Amy Mullen to the front row. She's up front with Kapusin and Maggiore. Kahn with a nice pass. Kiston again. Overpassed. And Grace Maggiore takes the ball. It looked like it was going to be overpassed and punches it down to give F&M a lead at 20-19. Kahn again, nice pass. Kiston dug up by Bazo, but F&M unable to get control. Kiston comes through, as she often does. We're tied at 20. Hada to serve. She's had a couple of big service runs here today. Ostrowski with a good pass. Kapustin's ball goes wide. Hopkins with the lead, 21-20. Bazo with a good pass. Kapustin again. She's blocked. Pushed over. They're going to go out to Kishton. Can't blame them. 22-20. We're in the fourth set. Hopkins has a 22-20 lead. They were up 16-9. F&M got an 8-point run to take the lead at 17-16. And they've been on the seesaw a little bit, but Hopkins now on a 3-point run has taken a 22-20 lead. F&M won set number 1, 25-20. Hopkins came back to win the second set at 25-18. F&M took the third set, 27-25 on a service ace by Delaney Hahn. Or 26-24, excuse me. And now 22-20 here in set number 4 with Hopkins with the lead. Okay, Nicole Hada serving again. She served 2 points here, and they've been 2 balls that were difficult for F&M to run their offense on. And a service ace by Hada. 23-20. F&M's going to use a sub since they don't have any more timeouts. Nicole Carey's going to check in for Kapustin. Nicole, a freshman from New York City. Paulsano with the pass. Mullen blocked. Carey. And we've got a set point for Hopkins. Service error. And it's 24-21. Grace Maggiore to serve. Nice pass by Kahn. Kishton, that ball was going out. Apt, dug up nicely by Ostrowski. Nicole Carey. Doing what she's done frequently this year, coming off the bench kind of cold and finding a way to score a point or two. Nicely done by Nicole. Maggiore, service ace by Maggiore. And it's 24-23, Franklin and Marshall, and Hopkins is going to take a timeout. Still another set point for Hopkins. All right, 24-23 Hopkins here in set number 4. F&M leads 2-1. Hopkins trying to extend this to a 5th and deciding set. F&M trying to find a way to end it here. Grace Maggiore serving. Tight ball. And Amy Mullen takes the overpass and puts it away. And we're tied at 24. Can expect F&M to serve away from Kishton here. Tough serve. Nice pass by Kahn. Anthony dug up nicely by Maggiore. Nicole Carey. Apt. Kept alive by Mullen. Sent over. Kishton's going to get a swing, and she puts it down. Set point again for Hopkins. Off the kill by Kishton. Bliss checks in. Kapusin back in for F&M. Nice pass. Blocked. Frankie. Ball sails wide. And we're going to play a 5th set. Hopkins takes set number 4, 26-24, after F&M had won the 3rd set, 26-24. Captains Kishton and Maggiore get together for a coin flip. Fitting that those two would be doing this. I think they're the clear top 2 choices for conference MVP this year. Both players have played like they have played all year today. They've both been playing great today. Checking the conference scoreboard, both Swarthmore and Muhlenberg won their matches today. Swarthmore defeating Haverford 3-0 and Muhlenberg over Washington 3-0. So those two teams move into a 3rd place tie with McDaniel, a tie that will be broken using head-to-head match and set results. And if that doesn't break the tie, then it'll be overall set results within the conference. Okay, F&M looks like they'll be serving first on the right side of your screen. Delaney Hahn will be serving first.
Kahn with a pass. Hong with the pass, excuse me. Ostrowski with a dig. Frankie with a tip. Apt with cross-court swing covered by Ostrowski. Grace Polisano scores for F&M off the shoot set from Maggiore. 1-0. Shoot set to Anthony. Timing was off on that, and she punches it long. F&M with a quick 2-0 lead. Nice pass by Kahn. Back set to Christian. Scores again. Christian just has a feel for where the seams are in the defense and finds a way to get the ball there. 2-1 F&M. Christian to serve. Tough serve. Service ace, Kirsten. 2-all. She's among the conference leaders in aces. Polisano with a pass. Frankie. Kirsten's got that off the deflection. Apt. Hans there. And Allison Frankie hits up the line and scores for F&M. It's 3-2. Chloe Kong's going to check in and serve for Amy Mullen. Hong with the pass. Apt, blocked, covered by Anthony. Bliss dug up by Maggiore. Polisano dug up by Kirsten. Apt blocked by Polisano and Morrow. 4-2 Franklin and Marshall. That ball might have been below the tape, but the referee didn't signal that. That means there was a block touch, and therefore it was a block by, as I mentioned, Polisano and Morrow. Nice serve by Kong. Bliss is going to get a swing, and she bangs off the block. And on overpass, Anthony's there to put it away. Gorelick will check in for Anthony to serve. Gorelick in the last set had 2 service aces. That one sails long, however. She'll be replaced by libero Hong. And it's 5-3 F&M. Allison Frankie back to serve. Kirsten with a pass. Bliss. Ostrowski kept alive by Polisano. Bliss again. Ostrowski. Tight. And Bliss manages to bang it off the block of Maggiore. (5-4) F&M. Apt to serve. She's had a couple of big service runs tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. Hahn with the pass. Polisano. There was a touch. Bliss. That was going out, but tough to let it go. Polisano. Ball hits the tape and rolls over. 6-4 Franklin and Marshall. Grace Polisano to serve. Barbara Kapustin to the front row. Bazo keeps it alive. Free ball. They go out to Bliss. And she off the block again. It's just too quick for F&M's block. Sarah Kahn's going to replace Bliss. Kishton moves to the front row. It's quite an outside hitting duo that Hopkins has with Bliss and Kishton. Kapustin, tight, blocked by Kapustin. Pass by Wu was too tight, and Hada tried to dump it over, and Kapustin was all over it. Carly Ostrowski serving. F&M leads 7-5. Service error. 7-6. Hannah Korslund checks in for the first time. She's a junior from Minneapolis. Ostrowski pushes it over, or Maggior. Kishton dug up by Kapustin. Kapustin. Ooh. And a block by Kapustin. Barbara Kapustin. Shutting the door. 8-6 F&M. We're going to change sides now. All right, Allison Frankie back in for F&M. Grace Maggiore to serve. F&M leads 8-6 at the change. Anthony and Kitchener up front with Hada. And Anthony just buries it. Nice pass by Kahn and set by Hada. Apt back in for Wu. Hada to serve. 8-7 F&M. Nice pass, Balsano. And Grace Maggiore sees the hole and dumps it. 9-7, Franklin and Marshall. Delaney Hahn returns. App's ball dug up nicely by Hahn. Frankie, Allison Frankie with the cross-court swing. F&M up 10-7. And timeout Hopkins. F&M up 10-7 here in the fifth and the deciding set. F&M. We're in the fifth and deciding set. Remember, that's points. Fifth sets only go to 15, so all these points are magnified. Hong with a good pass. They're going to go back to Kishton, and Kishton scores. (10-8). Bliss returns. Paul Sano with a good pass. Frankie blocked out of bounds. 11-8, Franklin and Marshall. Chloe Kong checks in. She's going to serve in Amy Mullen's spot. Chloe had an ace to win the first set, or score the final point in the first set. Tough pass. And kept alive, but out. As Hada kind of stumbled as she went for that second contact. And we're going to get another timeout from Hopkins. F&M leads 12-8 here in the fifth set. (12-8) Franklin and Marshall. Chloe Kong serving. Tough serve. Blocked. Ooh, ball handling error called on Hopkins. Gutsy call by the referee. I know that referee Stacy is reluctant to make calls like that, but that had to be called. 13-8. Referees always want to see the players decide the outcome, but that one just had to be called. Tough serve. Anthony hits. That's in. Okay, looked like it might have been a little bit wide, but I guess not. Nice job by Anthony. 13-9, Esther Hong to serve. Panagopoulos back to the front row. Paulsano, tight pass. And going to call a back row tackle on F&M. 13-10. Got to get a good pass. Paulsano dug up nicely by Kishton. Bliss dug up by Hahn. Paulsano again, block off the block. Hong's got it. Back set, apt, roll shot. Oh, F&M. I don't know where the defense was on that. That was too easy a play, and they were just out of position. F&M has to take a timeout. Hopkins back in it at 13-11. 13-11. F&M with the lead. Hopkins serving. They're on a run now. 3 points. Esterhong serving. Short serve, and Morrow and Polisano both make false steps to the ball, and neither one takes it. Hahn with the pass. Frankie. Christian with a great play to keep that ball alive. Allison Frankie with a nice Christian again. My goodness. Frankie. And Allison Frankie pushes it to the corner. And it's 14-12. Set match point for F&M. Allison Frankie to serve. Maggio up front with Polisano and Morrow. Bliss, Panagopoulos, and Apt up front. Kirsten with a pass. Ooh. Bliss, Hans there. Frankie sets it up for Polisano, and the ball goes into the net. 14-13. Bazo returns. Apt with the jump serve. Expect her to take something off this to make sure it's in play. That's out, and F&M is your Centennial Conference regular season champions with a 15-13 set win in the fifth set. I'm tongue-tied here. What an incredible season for this young Diplomats team, made up mostly of freshmen and sophomores, to run through this very difficult, tough conference undefeated in the regular season is an accomplishment beyond description. I can't say enough for the great coaching job done by Coach Salko especially. I haven't disclosed this before, but I happen to be her dad, so I'm very proud right now. So we'll be back here broadcasting next weekend for the conference playoffs. F&M as the first seed will be taking on the winner of the 4-5 match, which I think will be between McDaniel and Swarthmore, but I could be wrong about that. The other match will be between Hopkins and whoever figures out to be third. But once again, I'll repeat myself to the point of boredom. What an incredible season for this young team. Thanks for watching today, and we'll see you next week.